Hi, I am Dr. Shyam Sharkar. Welcome to my class. Don't forget to subscribe this channel for more updates. In today's lecture, I will start with this type of question. You might have faced this type of question in various competitive exam like IIT JAM, GATE, NET, GATE, SET. So there are so many. I have just shown only few. So in competitive exam, what you need is time. So to save time, you have to learn scientific shortcut methods in a smart way. If you watch this full video lecture, you will be able to do that very easily. I am sure about that. So my today's discussion is aromaticity and Huckel's rule. So which compound will be aromatic, non-aromatic, anti-aromatic, and corresponding Huckel's rule I will be discussing. So you need to first clear your basic concept, because if your basic concept is not clear, then in exam your expression will be like this, and you will keep on thinking and time will pass. So if you see some unknown question, you will be looking around. Okay, so this is why you first need to have your crystal clear basic concept about aromaticity. Okay, so I'll start this lecture with the definition of aromaticity. So let's start with aromaticity. What is aromaticity means? So there is not a strict definition of aromaticity. It is actually very difficult to define aromaticity precisely. But all aromatic systems obey this Huckel's 4n+2 rule. Okay, so all these information I will give in this lecture is taken from this organic chemistry book by Clayden. Okay, I have PDF copy of this. If you need, you can just email me. Email is given in my description box of this video. You just email me. I can send this PDF to all of you. Okay, so there is Huckel's rule. So what is Huckel's rule? Huckel's rule says that the planar fully conjugated monocyclic system with 4n+2 pi electron systems, that means where n equal to having 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. values, they have a closed shell of electrons all in bonding orbitals and they are exceptionally stable. So this type of systems are said to be aromatic system. So the system which is having planar fully conjugated monocyclic system with 4n+2 pi electrons. You have to remember 4n+2 pi electrons, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, this type of integers value. Okay, so this type of system is known as aromatic system. So this rule was proposed by Erich Huckel. He was German physicist as well as physical chemist. So he proposed this rule of 4n+2 pi electron, and all aromatic compounds are obeying this Huckel's rule. Okay. Similarly, some analogous system is there having 4n number of pi electrons, that is 4n pi electron system, where n starts from 1, 2, 3 etc. Because if you put the n value 0 here, so there will be no pi electron. So that's why n start from 1 here. Okay. So same analogous system, that means planar fully conjugated monocyclic having 4n pi electrons, are described as anti-aromatic. Okay, so the compound which fulfills this criteria will be anti-aromatic in nature. And finally, third category, if it does not fulfill all of these above criteria, are described as non-aromatic compound. So these three are the different categories of three different aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic compounds. Okay, so I will give you one here comparative study, that means comparative properties of three different kind of aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic compounds. So first let us see which is aromatic compound. So in aromatic compound, the compound must have cyclic. Okay, second condition, it should have conjugation, that means conjugated cyclic structure there should be. And third point is it should be planar, that means all the atoms should be sp2 hybridized, they should have planar system. And the fourth one is it should have 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n starts from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So such compound, for example, if you see benzene is the aromatic compound because this is cyclic. It has conjugated double bonds and all the atoms are sp2 hybridized, and if you count the pi electrons, if you see 3 pi bonds, so 3 into 2, 6 pi electrons are there. If you put the n value 1, then 4n plus 2 will become 6 pi electrons. So this compound is satisfying all these 4 criteria to be aromatic. That's why benzene is aromatic compound. On the other hand, if you see the anti-aromatic, so all the properties of anti-aromatic matches with aromatic except the fourth one. Here it has 4n number of pi electrons. In case of aromatic, 4n plus 2 pi electrons, but in case of anti-aromatic, 4n pi electrons. Such compounds is cyclobutadiene. If you see cyclobutadiene, so it is cyclic, it is planar, it has conjugated double bonds, all atoms are sp2, and if you count the pi electrons, if you see 2 double bonds are there, so 4 pi electrons. If you put the value of n here 1, then that is 4 pi electrons. So this is satisfying fourth criteria. So this is anti-aromatic compound. So if aromatic and anti-aromatic, now it comes for non-aromatic. So non-aromatic means, so no criteria will be fulfilled. So neither it will have 4n plus 2 nor it will have 4n pi electrons. Okay, and it is not planar. It has no conjugation. It may be cyclic or non-cyclic, that does not matter. So if these 4 criteria is not fulfilled, so that category will be non-aromatic. So one example I have stated here. So cyclopropene is non-aromatic compound. I'll show you one by one why this is aromatic, why not aromatic, why anti-aromatic. I will show you everything. Okay. Here I will suggest if you sit with a pen and paper, then it will be very easier to understand one by one for you also. So first make this chart. So this chart I will be maintaining for all compounds for your convenience. You will easily get which one we should identification of aromatic, non-aromatic and anti-aromatic. It will be easier for you. Okay. So first make this chart for all, and one by one compound I will change and I will show which compound will be following these 3 condition. That means whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. Okay, so it's quite easier way to identify, and if you go through this video, you will be easily understand why this type of 3 different type of pattern is coming for each molecule. Okay, so I will start with smaller molecule and simpler molecule. So first with cyclopropene. So if you see the structure of this cyclopropene, so this is cyclic. So tick cyclic, and this is see, if you see this carbon atom, this is sp3 hybridized. So this means it is not conjugated with this double bond, and due to sp3 hybridization, this compound is not at all planar. So we'll cross these 2 points. Now if you count the pi electrons, then there is 1 pi bond. So 1 pi bond means 2 pi electrons, and if you put the value of 0, then 2 pi electron matches with the fourth. This is fourth condition, so this is satisfying. But still, so since it is not planar, it is not conjugated, that means it has not all sp2 carbon atoms here. So this is non-aromatic compound. So you will take here non-aromatic compound. Okay, so this cyclopropene is non-aromatic. Okay, so let us see the next. So here cyclobutadiene. So cyclobutadiene, if you see, this is cyclic, and if you see, this is conjugated double bond, and all carbon atoms are sp2 hybridized, so this is planar. Now if you count the pi bonds, here 2 pi bonds are there. So 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electrons. So 4 pi electrons means if you put the value of n equal to 1, so this is fulfilling the 5th criteria. That means 4n pi electrons. So 4n pi electrons means it is anti-aromatic type of compound. So you will tick in the anti-aromatic category. So cyclobutadiene is anti-aromatic compound. Okay, so next example, see benzene. So benzene, this is cyclic, okay, first cyclic, then conjugated, okay, 3 double bonds are conjugated in a cyclic ring and all atoms are sp2 hybridized, so this is planar structure. Now if you count the number of pi bonds, so here 1 2 3 pi bonds, that means 6 pi electrons. If you put the value of n equal to 1, then it fulfilling the fourth criteria, that means 4n plus 2 pi electrons it is having. So this is aromatic compound, okay. So you will tick in the aromatic section. So benzene is aromatic compound. So if you see, this is very simple. I think you can do yourself in the next molecule. So if you see the next molecule, cyclooctatetraene. So this is COT, cyclooctatetraene. So this molecule, if you see, so this is cyclic and conjugated double bond it has. This is planar, it looks like planar, and it has 1 2 3 4 pi bond, that means 8 pi electrons. So if you put the value of n equal to 2, then it matches with 8 pi electron, that means 4n pi electrons, fifth criteria. So from this data you can say that it is anti-aromatic compound. So apparently it looks like it should be anti-aromatic from this criteria, but this is exception. You should very clearly remember this molecule is exceptional case. So this has not anti-aromatic structure, rather see how it exists. It exists in the top form or boat form, you can say. So it exists as this because of instability. So to get stability, it forms top form or boat form, it converts easily. So this structure is not stable. So planar structure is not stable due to lot of strain, and it get easily transforms into the top form or boat form. Now in top form or boat form, so this is cyclic but not conjugated, not planar. So this is not at all planar. So if you see this orbital diagram, here you can see there is no overlap possible between these two p orbitals because of this type of tub shape. Okay, so since overlap is not possible, so it's not conjugated, so you cannot say this is anti-aromatic. So although it's matching with 8 pi electrons, but still this is not anti-aromatic, this becomes non-aromatic character. Okay, so cyclooctatetraene, in reality it is non-aromatic. So if in exam they ask what type of compound this is, you should say this is non-aromatic compound. You should not do in the anti-aromatic tick mark. Okay, so you should remember this is exceptional case. Okay, so if you see the next molecule, similarly cyclododecahexaene. So this molecule is also having this non-aromatic character. So this is also due to strain, this exists in the different form compared to this linear form. Okay, so this is not at all planar, this is non-planar compound, sorry. So due to non-planar geometry or non-planar structure, this is also non-aromatic type compound. Okay, similarly if you see this structure, cyclodecapentaene. So in case also, if you see the due to this bond angle strain, this forms this non-planar structure, and due to this having non-planar structure, in reality this is also non-aromatic type of compounds. So this is not anti-aromatic, this is not non-aromatic compound. Okay, so you should remember all these exceptions. Now we will go for this another type of ring, that is ring with charge or lone pair, because in exam this type of question also come. So ring with charge and lone pair. So let us see. So first you should always, as previous, you should make this chart for your convenience. Now you draw one by one molecule and just tick which criteria is getting filled up. So let us see first cation. So if you see this cyclopropynyl cation, so in case of cyclopropynyl cation, so before this I just like to show you what it was in case of cyclopropene. So if you see this in case of cyclopropene, so when cation was not there, it was non-aromatic compound. But if you see when positive charge comes here, so this becomes sp2 hybridized, and this is cyclic, and due to sp2 all atoms are sp2, so this is conjugated and planar. Now if you count the electrons, pi electrons, so there are 1 pi bond, that means 2 pi electrons. So 2 pi electron means if you put the n value 0, then it fulfilling the fourth criteria, that means it has 4n plus 2 pi electrons. So when it is having 4n plus 2 pi electrons with n equal to 0 value, then this is aromatic. So this compound, that means cyclopropenyl cation, is aromatic in nature. Okay, so if you see the anion counterparts, so next molecule is cyclopropenyl anion. So when anion is there, this is also cyclic, so tick in the cyclic section, and this is conjugated and planar because this is also all atoms sp2 and planar, so conjugation is there. Now if you count the electrons, so 1 pi bond is there, and that means 2 pi electrons, and due to presence of this negative charge, 2 electrons will be counted from this negative charge. Okay, so total 4 electrons comes. So if you put the value of n, so it matches with fifth criteria, that means it will have 4n pi electrons. So this is matching with the property of anti-aromatic character. So that is why cyclopropenyl anion is having anti-aromatic character. So this compound is anti-aromatic in nature. Okay, so if you summarize these three, so you can see first one is non-aromatic, second one is aromatic, and third one is anti-aromatic. Okay, so you should remember these three because question comes from this also. Next we move to the cyclopentadiene. So cyclopentadiene, you can see this is cyclic, this is conjugated, but due to presence of sp3 carbon atom, so it is not planar. Okay, this is non-planar. So this is not planar, and if you count the pi electrons 1 and 2, 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electrons. So if you put the value of n equal to 1, so this is 4n pi electrons. Still it has 4n pi electrons, but due to non-planar structure it is not aromatic. So this is non-aromatic character. So cyclopentadiene is non-aromatic. Okay. Next, if you see the cation of this cyclopentadienyl cation, so due to cation, this carbon atom becomes sp2, and because of sp2, so these double bonds becomes conjugated and this becomes planar structure, and due to planar, so this will have a chance to be aromatic. So let us see how many electrons are there. So there are 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electrons. If you put the value n equal to 1, so it matches with fifth criteria, that means it is matching with the anti-aromatic property. So this compound is anti-aromatic. So in this way you can do very easily which cation or which anion is aromatic, anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. Okay, let us see the anion counterpart. So anion counterpart of cyclopentadiene, so cyclopentadienyl anion. Here also this is cyclic, this is conjugated, and due to sp2 carbon atoms, all these are planar, and if you count the number of pi bonds, so there are 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electrons, and due to negative charge 2 electrons will be counted, so there will be total 6 electrons. If you put the value of n equal to 1 in the fourth criteria, so it's matching with 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n equal to 1, so there are 6 pi electrons means this is aromatic. So this compound is aromatic. Similarly, if we do the summary, so first one is non-aromatic, second one is anti-aromatic, and the negative counterpart is aromatic. So you should also remember this trend of these three compounds. Okay. Similarly, if you see in case of cycloheptatriene system, here I am not showing this chart. You can do similar chart you can use, but I have just summarized these three compounds. So in case of first one, this is cyclic, non-planar, because of there is sp3 carbon atom, so 3 pi bonds are there, 6 pi electrons, but this is non-aromatic, okay, due to non-planar structure. And the second one, the cationic counterpart, if you see 3 pi bonds, that means 6 pi electrons, so it matching with 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n equal to 1. This is cyclic planar, so this is aromatic compound. And the anion counterpart, if you see, there will be total 8 electrons, 3 pi bonds and 1 negative charge. So 3 pi bonds means 6 pi electrons, 6 plus 2 electrons from negative charge, total 8 electrons. If you put the n value 2, so it's matching with 4n pi electrons. So this compound is anti-aromatic. Now if we move to the heterocyclic ring, so let us see how heterocyclic rings are becoming aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. So first start with this pyrrole or pyrrole. Okay, so with this structure you can see here 2 pi bonds are there and 1 lone pair with the nitrogen atom. So whether we should count this lone pair or not. So let us see why, if we count why, if we don't count why we should not count. So let us explain this with this orbital diagram. So if you see the orbital diagram of this, you can see the lone pair of nitrogen in the p orbital of nitrogen atom. Okay, so this lone pair can easily conjugate in the with the nearest p electrons of the p orbitals of the carbon atom. Okay, so this can participate in the conjugation. That's why we shall count this lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom. So if you count that, so we will have total 6 electrons. Okay, so 6 electrons meant in matching with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this compound is aromatic in nature. Okay, so because of this presence of lone pair of electron in the p orbital, it can participate in the conjugation with the p orbital of carbon atom where the pi bonds are formed. So this we will consider as aromatic compound. Okay, so next system is pyridine. So here you can see there are 3 pi bonds and 1 lone pair on the nitrogen atom. So whether we should count this or not, lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom, let us see. So if you see here the orbital diagram, so see here in this case lone pairs are in the out of plane. So this is in the sp2 hybrid orbital of nitrogen atom, which is out of plane. So out of this pyridine molecule, that's why we will not count this lone pair of electrons. Okay, so we will go with these 3 pi bonds only. So if you count with these 3 pi bonds, so 6 pi electrons means it is matching with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this is aromatic. So pyridine is aromatic and we shall not count this lone pair on nitrogen atom because this is completely out of plane and we should not count this. Okay, because this out of plane lone pair will not participate in the conjugation with the pi bonds. Okay, so that's why pyridine is aromatic in nature. So next, this is pyrimidine molecule. If you see here 2 nitrogen atoms are there and lone pairs are there. So both lone pairs are of nitrogen atoms are just out of plane, just like pyridine I showed. Okay, so we shall not count both the lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom. So we will go with only with the pi bonds. So there are 3 pi bonds, that means 6 pi electrons. It matches with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this is aromatic in nature. Okay, so next imidazole. So if you see the imidazole structure, here 2 nitrogen atoms are there and in both cases lone pairs are there. So which lone pair will participate and which is not. So if you see the lone pair on the third nitrogen atom, so third nitrogen atom means third atom, so this is out of plane and we should not count this. But first n1 we should count and 2 pi bonds we should count. So 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electrons and 2 lone pairs, so total 6 electrons. So it matches with 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n equal to 1 and this becomes aromatic. So imidazole moiety is aromatic moiety. Okay, so next furan. So in case of furan, if you see the orbital structure, so there are 2 lone pairs on oxygen atom. So one lone pair is in the p orbital and another lone pair in the sp2 hybrid orbital, which is out of plane. Here I have shown in yellow color. So yellow color is sp2 hybrid orbital and 2 lone pairs are there. And in this case, so lone pair in the p orbital can participate in the conjugation with this furan ring. Okay, so that's why we will count that p orbital lone pair, and we should not count the yellow orbital, that is sp2 hybrid orbital. This lone pair we should not count because this is out of plane, so we will not count. And with this p orbital lone pair, so it becomes 2 pi bonds, 4 pi electrons plus 2 lone pairs, that means total 6 electrons, and it matches with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this is furan, and furan is become aromatic. So this is why furan is aromatic. So you should remember this, because if you see the next molecule, that is thiophene. So this is similar, in the similar reason thiophene is also aromatic. So if you see the orbital structure is very similar with that of furan, and this, due to this, so similarly we can say, so thiophene is also aromatic because it's matching with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So that's why thiophene is aromatic. Okay. Now we move to the another section, double bond outside of the ring. So in exam you may find this kind of compound where outside, in the outside of the ring, double bond exists. So here I clearly mention that you should not count the pi bonds which is outside of the ring. So we will not count here any of the pi bond which is located in the outside of the ring. Only ring pi bond will be counted. So if you see in the first case, this is cyclic planar 1 pi bond 2 pi electron system. So it's matching with 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n equal to 0. So this is aromatic. In the second case, this is cyclic planar 2 pi bonds 4 pi electrons, it's matching with 4n pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this is anti-aromatic. And if you see the third one, this is cyclic planar 3 pi bonds 6 pi electrons, which is matching with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 1. So this is also aromatic. So in this way you can remember. So if in exam question comes with this type of moiety, so you should remember like this. So first one is aromatic, second one is anti-aromatic, and third one is also aromatic. Okay. Now we go for fused ring. So how fused ring behaves, like aromatic, anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. So let us see one by one. So start with this molecule azulene. So this is very interesting molecule because question comes from here. And if you see the structure of this molecule, so one 7-member ring and another one is 5-member ring. They are just fused together to form azulene. Okay. So in this case, you should remember we will try to form a ring. So if you see this, so if you draw a ring like this, and outside of this molecule, if we draw another ring, so in between two rings, if you see, all pi bonds are falling. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5, so there are 5 pi bonds which is falling in between these two rings. Okay, so that's why we will consider all these 5 pi bonds which is conjugated. Okay, so this molecule is cyclic planar and 5 pi bonds are there within these two rings. So 5 pi bonds means 10 pi electron system. That means 4n plus 2 pi electrons with n equal to 2 value, and this compound should be aromatic since it following all the criteria of aromatic compounds. Okay, so here I should add one point more, because in exam question comes whether it has dipole moment or not. So if you see this structure, so azulene exists in this dipolar form. Okay, 7-member ring with positive charge and 5-member ring with negative charge, and this is quite much more stable compared to the ring structure. This is why it has very high dipole moment. Okay, so you should remember this point. If in exam question comes, you can easily say, so this has higher dipole moment. Okay, so next system, let us see. If you see this system, here also if you imagine arbitrarily this ring, so in between these two rings, so there are 4 pi bonds exist. So 4 pi bonds, and this is cyclic planar. So 4 pi bonds means 8 pi electrons. That means it matching with 4n plus pi system. So 4n plus pi electrons where n equal to 2. So this is anti-aromatic compound. Okay. So let us see next example. Indole derivative. So this is indole. So in indole, we will consider this lone pair of nitrogen atom which is inside the ring. That means it will participate in the conjugation because this lone pair is in the p orbital, as I showed in case of just in the starting. I just showed the with orbital diagram. So this lone pair will be in the p orbital, which can take part in the conjugation with the pi bonds of ring. Okay, so this we will count, and if you imagine these two rings, so in between these two rings there are 4 pi bonds and one lone pair. So total becoming 10 electron system. So this is 10 electron system, means it's matching with 4n plus 2 pi electrons where n equal to 2, and this is aromatic compound. So indole is aromatic. Okay, in this way you should remember. Next, let us see naphthalene. So in case of naphthalene, see, if you imagine these two rings, so in between these two rings, so there are 5 pi bonds. So this is cyclic planar. 5 pi bonds means 10 pi electrons, that is it's matching with 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 2. So this is aromatic compound. So naphthalene is aromatic in character. If you see the phenanthrene structure, here also if you imagine this two rings, so there are 7 pi bonds. So there are 7 pi bonds, and here one question you may ask, see in this case, so whether we should consider this pi bond or not, because this is not within the ring, this two ring. But if you see these two carbon atoms is falling in the between these two rings. So if these carbon atoms which forms this pi bond is falling within this two ring, so we should consider this type of pi bond also for calculation. So you will calculate for 7 pi bonds. So 7 pi bonds means 14 pi electron system, and it matches with the 4n plus 2 pi electron system where n equal to 3. So this compound is also aromatic. Okay, in this way you should consider in case of fused ring. So I think this I have shown all the varieties of compounds with different structure and different things. So I think I have shown all types of possible molecules, possible structure, so which generally comes in exam. And if you go through all these molecule and you practice at your own, so you will be able to solve, and easily you can solve within few seconds. You can easily say whether this is aromatic, anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. You should remember all those 5 points, and which condition is getting satisfied by this molecule. Okay, and also remember the exceptional case. You should not do mistake with this exceptional. So I think this will help you in the exam. Okay, in the next video I will upload with this several MCQ questions related to the aromaticity. So there will be different varieties of question. So go through that video also, which will help you to do better in performance in the exam. Okay, subscribe this channel for further updates and share this video with your friends as much as possible. Okay, and thank you all for watching this full video.